All right, so exercise 17. We know if they have different bases, we cannot combine them. But if they have the same base, we can. So like this one here, I would combine the 15 squared and the 15, so the 15 to the third power, and the 7 squared and the 7 to the fourth, and that would be 7 to the sixth power. So this would simplify to 15 to the third power times 7 to the sixth power. Okay. Here I have a coefficient for each of these. So like we did, well, we didn't do it before. We separate these out using the magic of commutative power. So this is 2 times x to the third times 17 times x to the seventh. So I'm going to separate those out and do 2 times 17 times x to the power of 3 times x to the power of 7. So now I can multiply those together. 2 times 7 is 34, and then x to the power of 3 times x to the power of 7 is x to the power of 10. So this is 34 times x to the power of 10, or if we're going to be mathematicians and be lazy, 34x to the power of 10. What about this one? So if I'm doing the distributive power, right, I'm multiplying a term on the outside times 2 terms on the inside. So I've got to do everything together. So I've got to do, let me write on it, A times A, and then I've got to do A times B. Okay? So A times A, wish this would go away so you can see it. Thank you. Come on. There you go. A times A is going to be, pen, come on, text. Thank you. A times A is A squared, and then I'm adding them. So A times B is just AB. So A squared plus AB. If I do it just the opposite, it's going to end up being the opposite. So B times A would be BA plus B times B, which is B to the power of 2, or B squared. If I complicate it even more, you've got to do everything in this parentheses times everything in this parentheses. So I'm going to do A times A, and then A times B, and then I'm going to do B times A, and then B times B. So that ends up becoming A times A is A squared plus A times B is AB plus B times A is BA plus B times B is B squared, B to the power of 2. AB and BA are the same thing, they're just backwards. So I can turn the BA around to an AB. So I've got A to the power of 2 plus 2 ABs plus B to the power of 2. Don't get confused. 2 ABs is AB plus AB. A squared is A times A. It's different. Okay? So that's all with the multiplication. We're going to do division in just a minute.